Hey yo, pineapples, Ned Shearer back again, yet with a new deck profile. I'm bringing to you a pure dinosaur build that I took to my recent locals over the past weekend. It performed very well for me over the weekend. I did go, out of 4 rounds, I did go X2. Not my personal best, however, I'm not mad at the results. I think the deck performed very well. It was just unfortunate that the losses were out of my control. I had a lot of fun with the deck, and I'm still having a lot of fun with the deck. The matches I had against the past weekend were Counter Fairies round 1, Burning Abyss round 2, round 3 was Salamangreat, and round 4 was an Invoked Generator build, which I've never faced Generator before in my life, so I did lose to that, unfortunately. I will be going through the main deck of 41 cards, the extra deck, and the side deck of 15 cards. There is a thing that I would like to preface it in the beginning. Unfortunately, there are some proxies in the main deck and extra deck. The main deck cards are just simply the cards didn't come for me in the mail before the tournament began. Unfortunately, hopefully they will be arriving any day now. And the one in the extra deck is a card that I've never needed to obtain until this particular moment with this particular build, because it's a necessity for going first and making an end board. Unfortunately, I never obtained it, so I've never needed it. But other than that, I'll get straight into the deck profile. As I said, it is 41 cards in the main deck, consisting of 26 monsters and 15 spells. Starting with probably the most degenerate boss monster in the current format of Ultimate Conductor Tornado. It's just too good. I'm only playing 2 of it. I find 3 is too cloggy. You don't need 3 because you don't want to open it every game, because you'd rather search it than open it, and then you just don't see enough of it as a one-off. So 2 Ultimate Conductor Tornado is, in my opinion, perfect. We run 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor because it's Soul Eating Oviraptor. It never got hit on a ban list. It's never been touched in any way. You search for any monster in your deck outside of the hand traps, of course, and it's just degenerate all round. It's your normal summon, it's your combo starter, and your combo extender. So, broken card. And speaking of a card that is broken, we play 3 Miscellaneousaurus, which is another broken card that probably shouldn't have come off the ban list at the same time as Lithogasm, but apparently it did, so it's a really good card. Again, another combo starter and combo extender. Miscellaneousaurus is just busted, unless your opponent has a hand trap, which, in my case, a lot of people do. We play, that was a horrible shot, triple Babycerosaurus, mandatory 3, and then the one of, I'm playing 1 Petite Pteranodon. It's a personal opinion for the Petite Pteranodon. I think Babycerosaurus at 3 is a mandatory. However, the Petite Pteranodon, you can play... I chose to play 1 for this particular build because I've only needed 1. You're more than welcome to play 2. I won't say you can't play 2. I won't even say you can't play 3. There are probably some builds out there that require to play 3, but 3 Babycerosaurus is a must, but 1 Petite Pteranodon for me was the perfect number. Then we play the 1 Dino Wrestler Prankertops. Prankertops is a really good card. It's Prankertops. It went to 1 for a reason. And then the other one of Dinosaur that I teched in, this is the 41st card. It's the Giant Rex. The reason why I threw in Giant Rex is because I wanted just not to rely on Miscellaneousaurus all the time getting me there. I wanted another level 4 that if I happen to get into the niche situations and I have the Giant Rex, then I've got the Giant Rex for the push. It did come up when I needed it. I wouldn't run any more than 1. I think 1 was perfect number. I saw it when I needed it, and if I didn't need it, then I just sided it out and threw in something else. Obviously, 1 Giant Rex is perfectly fine in my opinion. And then the proxy cards. There's only 3 proxies in the main deck. It is 2 Archosaur, which is it's the dual dino, as I like to call it. The level 1 light attribute dinosaur monster with no attack or defense. Its ability reads that you can destroy a dinosaur from face up on your field or in your hand to search either a reptile, wing beast, or there's another typing, I can't remember what the other typing is, or reptile, wing beast, or another typing of monster from deck to hand, or you search for a evolution pill card from deck to hand. That's what the Archosaur does. The third card is a Overtext Clotless. You only need 1 because the Archosaur covers the ability to do so. You destroy something to get the search to then go into your following plays the next turn. So you would destroy a baby off of this, summon something off the baby, and then continue to go on. Only one overtext because it's, in theory, it's a third Archosaur, but you don't need a third Archosaur. It's also a third, quote-unquote, Conductor Tyranno, because it's another card you can summon off of the double evolution, the evolution pill cards, if needed to make a board. So they're the dinos, and then I'm also playing, because it's a pure variant, I'm playing 9 hand traps as well. I'm playing 3 Ash Blossom Joint Spring. I think Ash Blossom Joint Spring is a... If you have the room to play a hand trap, I think Ash Blossom Joint Spring should be choice number 1, just because it's so generic and so good in every format since its release. It's just an insane hand trap. I'm playing my favorite hand trap, Phantasme. It's my favorite hand trap for 2 reasons. One, it worked very well in... I was playing pure Thunder Dragons back in the day, so this was like the only hand trap that I ever saw playing any deck ever. And those who know me at my locals, I am notorious for not opening hand traps except this one. This one seems to be in just about, probably I would say minimum once a match, seeing this card. I don't know why, I don't know what it is about me and this card, but we've got that connection, you know what I mean? But it's a fun card. It didn't come up this weekend as much as I'd hoped it to. You're more than welcome to either just take it out completely or try something else. And then as for the next hand trap, this hand trap will be sided. I'm playing triple Nibiru. I will be siding it and replacing it with Effect Veiler, because I think Effect Veiler / I don't have Impermanence. I probably would play that if I had it, but I'll be moving forward to playing Effect Veiler, just because I think Effect Veiler has got more of a generic usage, much like Ash Blossom Joy Springs. I think it's a bit more generic, and this simply only works for the combo variant decks, whereas Ash Blossom can hit the majority, more things than this can. So I found that Effect Veiler has a bit more uses in this card. So this will be moved to the side deck, and I'll be main decking Effect Veiler instead of this. Will be probably the only change to the main deck currently that I can see. And that's it for the 26 monsters that I play. I haven't had any problems with them. Again, you're more than welcome to adjust them in any way, shape, or form. The Giant Rex was just my personal tech choice. There wasn't many people that were playing the Giant Rex. But I found it very useful in the times that I needed it. So we move on to the spells of Triple Lost World. Just a good field spell all around for dinosaurs. It does work in tandem with a card in my extra deck that I'll get to when I get to my extra deck. The one Terraforming, because it's Terraforming. Triple Fossil Dig. We can't have 3 Rotor, but we can have 3 of this. We can't have 3 Terraforming, but we can have 3 of this. This is literally Reinforcement of the Army, but better, because it says level 6, not level 4. Anyway, apparently we're allowed to have 3 of this, and 3 Miscellaneousaurus, which is why this deck is busted. Double Evolution Pill. This goes on along the same lines as Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, in the sense that I don't feel 3 is a good number. I think 3 is too cloggy, and I also think 1 is just not enough. There have been games where... There was one game in particular where I had full combo, so I opened Miscellaneousaurus and a baby, but unfortunately I opened also both of these. It was just that one out of a million instances where I happened to open those 2 cards, but I wouldn't play anything less. I think one is just not enough, and 3 is just too much. Again, as I said, the same as Conductor Tyranno. You want to see it, but you don't want to open it. You want to search it more than you want to open it. And then finally, the last 6, Triple Call by the Grave. You don't want to be stopped by hand traps, but unfortunately, like hand traps, I don't see this often as I'd like to. And then I'm main decking 3 Cosmic Cyclone for the back row and / the Mystic Mine matchup. And that is my 41 card main deck. All nice and neat there. We go on to the extra deck, consisting of 8 Xyz monsters and 7 Link monsters. The 8 Xyz monsters are Evolsar Lagia, Evolsar Doka, staples in any dinosaur build. The 103 Ragnazero, which comes up a lot in tandem. This was the card I was talking about, in tandem with Lost World, because in case you don't know what it does, you can target a monster on the field whose attack is different from its original target, destroy it, and then draw a card. So that's when it comes in clutch. I actually destroyed itself once, because I can't remember the reason why, but I needed to get it off the board. It was probably a Nibiru thing, so I needed to get off the board that I didn't have. I can't even remember what the reason was, but I popped itself and I ended up drawing a card, which turned out was a hand trap, so it actually didn't win me the game. One Tornado Dragon. It's Tornado Dragon. It's pretty generic. I didn't make it all weekend though. One Exciton Knight. I never made it. One Dagasta Emerald. One Abyss Dweller because it's so generic, and one Dungaree number 60 because it's another OTK push with Conductor and another card that I'll show you a bit later. The only thing that I would change about this would probably be the Dagasta Emerald. I don't know what to. Probably Baguska. But it's the only card out of the 8 that I felt didn't need to be in there. Probably that and the Exciton Knight. They're probably interchangeable. But I just think that though Dagasta Emerald in particular was probably unnecessary. Out of the most unnecessary out of the 8. So... And then the Link monsters, we've got a Nightmare package of Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. I don't play any Link 4s. If you wish, you can more than welcome to take one of them out and throw in a Access Code Talker, Appaloosa, anything else that you see fit to fit your build of the deck. But I like this package. All of them did come up today, over the weekend as well, so it was really good. We play one Link Karibo to get the Arkansas off the board in case it's sitting there like a stun mullet. One Heater, because as I found out about a week ago, Miscellaneous is a fire type. There's a fire attribute. And this actually came in clutch against my Salamangreat matchup, so it was really good for cleaning out boards. And then one Pentastag, which is another part of the OTK push with it is Pentastag, Conductor Tyranno, and Dungaree to double Conductor Tyranno's attack points, and then make have it piercing, so it's really good. And then the other proxy in the deck, again, because I haven't needed it until this very particular minute, is IP Masquerena, which is your first turn end board card that you want to end on. It's so good. I never realized how good this card was. I never had a need for it until this particular deck. So please, if you can't, I don't know what a budget option would be, but if you can afford it, please pick up, if you happen to want to be playing this deck, please pick up an IP Masquerena. It'll save your life. And then last but not least, I will show you an extra deck. No, I will show you a side deck of triple Effect Veiler. Again, this will be put into the main deck, and the Nibiru will be put into the side deck. So that's that. I'm playing Mystic Mine and Set Rotation simply because I did not know what else to fill these 2 slots with. They were going to be something else, but it would require me to have a 3 of, but I didn't have the 3 of, so I just threw these in. I never sided them in. I never saw them. They're just there. They're just there. 2 evenly matched would be 3, but unfortunately in my local area, nobody wants to move there evenly matched. So 2 is totally sufficient. I've got the Cosmic Cyclones if I need to do anything else, but 2 for me is totally sufficient. 1 Imperial Order. It's along the lines of the Mystic Mine and Set Rotation. I just threw it in. I never sided it in. I never saw it. Yeah, nothing much else to say about it. And then the last 7 cards is probably my favorite package of my extra deck and my personal favorite choices. It's an artifact engine, so it's triple Sanctum. This card's broken, and I'm playing 4 artifact cards to go along with it. So I've got 1 Scythe, 1 Moral Tech, and then 2 Lancia. Now the reason for these 4 in particular, because the majority that I've seen. The majority of the artifact engines is just simply 3 Sanctum and a Scythe. I think these as techs is really good. I'm playing 1 of each of these because you only need, personally, you only need 1 of each. If your opponent's not playing a deck that doesn't go into the extra deck as much, then you would Moral Tech a non-targeting removal, send to grave of a card. It comes in clutch, believe me. And then the Sanctum is literally everything else going first. So, and then the 2 Lancia, the reason for 2 Lancia is because it's also a hand trap. So you can adapt to it going first and second. So it's a really good card. Personally, I think this engine, as it stands, is really good. By all means, test it. If you disagree with me, by all means disagree with me. I think it's a great engine nonetheless. So that is pretty much it. And that is pretty much the end of the deck. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something from it. I'm just not babbling to myself into my own camera, as it were. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. Any tips, tricks, or queries about the deck, by all means, leave them in the comments down below. I will endeavour to read all of that good stuff. And also, there's another thing. If you wish to see some live duels from my locals, I'll be more than happy to maybe record 1 or 2 games of me playing probably this deck badly, another deck that I've got coming up in the near future badly as well. If you wish to see that, by all means, leave a comment, give us a like and all that fun stuff. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. And until I do this again, I will see you next time. Take care, guys. Peace.